Do not attempt this without this tool. That's not good. Yeah, that was tight.
Yeah.
Look at that sucker. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Project Driveway. We're in Blake's driveway currently, and the mod you're about to see is me and Blake installing my HEL Braided Lines. Unfortunately, we had a problem with the gimbal, so we've lost some of the footage, but we made most of it work. And I apologise for the wind, but it is Project Driveway, so the first couple minutes is windy, but I hope you all enjoy. So let's get started. Dab up on it.
Yeah. Pat, don't break it.
What?
Don't break it.
You're funny.
Thanks.
What was Carl's pun before about my ramps? Oh, we're really ramping things up at Project Driveway. Oh, Cullen. Hey, these are flare spanners.
Yeah.
They're pretty good, bro.
Yeah, you like them?
Yeah, it's actually making my life a lot easier.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Enjoying it?
Enjoying it. Yeah. Nice and easy.
I can't think of a pun.
No. My arm's getting a bit tired though.
Yeah?
Yeah. You can't really do much on it though. Quarter of a turn.
Yeah. Oh,
But I can do it without looking.
oh man, you're a master. Are you?
Cylinder?
Have you done this before?
No, actually I haven't. Do you know what I'm doing?
Yeah. Do you know what you're doing?
No, 'cause he's not filming me. He's looking at my shoulder though. There we go. Now I gotta remove the clip. Do you know how to remove the clip, Blake?
I think just pliers and you pull it out.
Yeah, isn't it that one?
No, the one above.
This one here.
Yeah. I'll go grab some long nose. Callum!
Can I help you?
No. Just stay on the tools. Can I do this part?
Spray it.
Yeah.
You go for it.
I want to do it. I want to do something.
Oh, you haven't bought on.
Fuck, it's empty.
You have one job, Blake.
Okay, I did it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're just using the screwdriver in the wrong way. Well, I don't want to break my ABS, bro.
Yeah, do not break that.
I've got no ABS anyway, but it is expensive to fix. Look at that.
There you go. See, it was just a bit of
I
compression.
was just about to jump on the form website and look up how to do it, but we worked it out.
Yeah, good work with that.
Cheers. So we will be needing those.
There you go.
Look at that. One factory Toyota 86 brake line.
Good work.
Look at that.
Mate. Now go measure it. See if it's the right size.
That you know what, Blake?
What?
That's a very good observation and skill and knowledge to have.
Thanks. What?
To measure before you put it in.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to do that.
Don't lose that.
No, it gave me all brand new washers, bro.
Okay.
But I will keep this brake line because you never know.
Yeah, they're not broken.
I don't want to get them
I'll
dirty,
get you a
bro.
rag.
I don't want to get. Blake, get off the tools.
Flick the tool. Measure? Measure? Yeah, boy. Look at that.
Yeah, so if anything, they're a touch longer.
Yeah, touch longer.
Yeah.
It's even better, mate.
A little bit.
It's good. Beautiful.
Yeah. You know what the perks are of having braided lines? Get off the fucking tools, Blake.
I'm not on the
Look what
tools
you're
yet.
standing on. Freaking goofball. So I got factory clip. Clip. Get it?
You might want to try and thread the top in first before you put that in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to use it so it holds it there for me.
No, because you won't. I don't think you got much play with this. Oh no, you do. I don't know. See how you go with that. If you can't get it like that, put the clip in.
Ready?
Mate, let me WD with that thread.
It's golden, bro.
You good?
It's
just
smooth,
let me get the
mate.
ends of it.
Yeah, like butter. And then we pop the retaining clip in. And we use the factory bolt. Ooh. I gotta cool down. Things are getting a bit hot now. My car nearly slept at Blake's for a fair while. I over torqued the banjo bolt, so that's why it's snapped. Here it is here. Look at that sucker. So one of the next things for Project Driveway will definitely be a torque wrench, because we haven't got one. But it's all done. It's tied up with the hard line up here to the braided line. We got that factory clip in. We've got the bracket just to see if anything fouls up. Oh yeah, now I know what they mean, bro. Look at that. That's not good.
What?
Just say that, bro.
No.
It kinked. Dude, you guys so nearly ended up in that pool of yuck. As they're moving around hundreds of times when I'm driving, there was one point it actually kinked. It's fine now, but if that ever slips up here, it doesn't come down.
Oh, okay.
And like, see, it's actually twisted here now.
A bit of wind, which is unfortunate, but we're outside, you know, in the driveway, huh, Pat?
Yeah, Project Driveway.
That's it, huh?
What can you expect?
Alright, let's get this
Good
camera
man.
out of the wind. Alright, we've got one brake line done. There's a bit of toss and turning, but it's in now.
We're 25% done.
That's correct.
It's pretty good odds for an hour and a bit. But first one always takes the longest. So what we've done, so we've obviously removed the factory brake line. Then we had to muck around because when we were at full lock turning right, this line was kinked. So we just rotated the line. So it does take a bit of a muck around to get it right, because you can either go left or right. And we found out the eyelet with the banjo bolt, you can actually adjust that as well by sliding this rubber sleeve up, holding it with pliers, and then getting a screwdriver in the eyelet and turning it, which is pretty good. So we did that as well. But we did this line first, then we put the bracket on, and then we rotated the actual braided line until we got it in the right position. So then when we're full lock, because these are things that people might actually forget, which is I know good. When we're full lock, it's not tight. It might look tight, but it's fairly loose on both. And then when we go full lock the other way, it's still not kinked. So this one should be all good. We've given it a nice degrees because my calipers and everything is just greasy and yucky in here. So we're going to move on to the other side, and we're going to do exactly the same. Then we're going to put the wheels on, drop it down, and then we're going to pick you guys back up when we start doing the rear, because that side's obviously going to be exactly the same.
Correct.
And yeah, and then obviously I've snapped one bolt, one banjo bolt. This is stainless, so like I said, I'll go out and get a torque wrench, but I'm going to have to use the factory bolt on the other side, which there is a little bit differences. If I had another banjo bolt, I'll show you, but I don't have one. But the differences as well in between this line and that line, other than being braided, is this bracket in the middle. This is actually fixed, it's crimped on. This one, the braided line can actually move. It's a sleeve, so it can move back and forth as it pleases, so it shouldn't get kinked at all, which is good. So it looks like we've done all right, and then yeah, should be happy days.
We're back in 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
2 seconds for you is maybe like 20 minutes for us.
Who knows, maybe longer.
I'm trying to undo my line, and I snapped the spanner, the flare spanner. It's gone. Having a good day today. Snapping everything. I was trying to undo this line and it just shattered But hey, we've got another end that's a 12. Too bad it's the wrong size, so I'm just gonna have to use a normal open-ended spanner to get this guy undone, and then we can move on to the back, which is annoying because now I don't have a 10mm flare spanner to do the rest. Callum is on his way back after trying to find me some cross washers. Couldn't find them. Then I broke the flare spanner. He went to the auto store. They didn't have any, so he's going to come back here and we're going to go to our favourite place, Bunnings of course, try and get a flare spanner. If I cannot get a flare spanner that is good quality, because those were good quality but not, we could have got better obviously. So if I cannot get a better flare spanner, I'm going to put the factory line back in on the passenger side. I'm going to leave them in there for now because with the open-ended spanner it's starting to slip, and as soon as it slips too much, well then I'm screwed because that's a hard line. I can't just go physically change it. I have to go to like an AVS or a brake shop and they would have to re-flare it, put that fitting back on, and then I may as well get them to do the brake. So I might wait. I might even get a professional to do this, only because it's brakes. You know, if I'm on the road, if I'm anywhere in general and my brakes aren't working, well, what happens, Blake? Exactly. Kaboom, boy. Yeah, so definitely might leave this one to the pros, but we'll see. If we get this flare nut, well then I'll continue on doing it. If not, a flare spanner. If I get this flare spanner, I'll continue doing it. If not, well, I'll stop. But while I wait, I've got my white line bush. This is for my gearbox. It should stop torsional. What is it? Torsional flex?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a motor turns and the gearbox turns a little bit and everything moves a little bit, this should stop it moving because it's a positive kit. So it slips in between the the transmount and the actual transmission itself. It like sits in between. You'll see I'll jack the car up a little bit higher so I can get underneath, and we'll quickly put that in while I wait for Callum to come back. So the work continues. Continues, Blake.
Continue.
Yeah. What are you, freaking happy feet?
Yeah.
Oh, do a jingle.
Pack it.
Oh, okay.
Open it.
I was trying to hurry, bro.
You gotta open it. You got plenty of time, mate. You got all the time in the world. What are you doing laying down? It's not time to sleep.
Sure?
Yeah.
Sun's going down, bro.
You gonna read the instructions?
White line.
Oh, look at that. Let me feel.
Feels pretty
You got a sticker! I haven't had one sticker of any of mine.
Yeah. And I got bush lube.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You feel
Bloody.
Plastic.
Alright, let's have a look. Hey, we're already a couple steps ahead.
Are we?
Because I don't have bash plates. Alright, so what we're trying to achieve is, obviously the gearbox has a certain amount of flex from when the engine is at high revs and wants to rotate slightly. So this rubber sleeve or polyurethane white line bushing will go in there, but there is a fair bit of work to actually get all that out. We have to undo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 to pull it out, which is really annoying because you know why, Blake?
Why?
I gotta pull my exhaust off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but it's alright, we're only gonna undo here and then hopefully we'll have enough flex to drop it down. The camera is probably all over the place because the gimbal ain't definitely ain't fitting under here today. And dude, you just threw a frog on my head.
Spider.
Freaking spider on my ass.
I'm thumbless.
Alright, let's get this exhaust off. Whew. Alright, so after some nice words with my transmission mount, I got it out. It was actually a bit more painful than I thought it was actually going to be. But I'm halfway through the task I'm here to complete. What the hell is that? I don't know. So, got the mount out, which was, so obviously it goes up in the car like that. What I found is if you squeeze the back here, it'll open up the other side, and then we can just push that bad boy all the way in. Ta-da! Beautiful. I'm going to throw it straight back in there after I clean my hands because I've got all lube on them. Hi, friend. Blake went shopping and he got me a torque wrench, which is good, which means I shouldn't snap so many things. Let's open this thing up. Got a 1/2 inch drive. Voila! Look at that. That's even got an adapter, which is cool. That's cool looking. Front's all done. I'm happy. Obviously it's not bled yet. I'm gonna repeat the same process on the rear. I'll show you how to do it on the rear, just in case you guys want to see it. It's pretty cool. You don't have to worry about any steering or any full lock or anything like that. So here we got is the factory line, the hard line which goes to the ABS.
My nose is leaking.
Blake's nose is leaking. Hopefully we won't have any leaks in our brakes like Blake's nose. Alright, so we're gonna undo the rear one from the caliper. But first, Blake's going to quickly run and get me the drip tray, just in case, because I don't want to make a mess out of his driveway. Make a mess on his driveway. Pat doesn't want to make a mess on Blake's driveway.
This brake fluid bracket.
Yeah, we're going to reuse that later, man.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, come on, man. We just bought a torque wrench. You think we can afford this? Brake fluid, like $2.99.
$2.99.
Alright, so we undo the rear one. Make sure the 2 crush washers that come off it or are actually on the brake line. If not, it'll be stuck on there. Then you've got your mount, which just holds the brake line in the middle. Remove that. Watch your ABS line.
Don't cut it.
Don't cut it, don't bend it, don't hit it, don't even touch it, because I've had to pay for actually this side to be replaced and I didn't even touch it, and it was expensive. And now we get the new flare spanner.
The one that hasn't
broken yet. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
I know, yeah, I stopped mid-sentence.
That sound.
It's alright, we got the other one on camera, I'm pretty sure, of it breaking.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought we missed out on it.
I don't think I was very recording, but all you hear is you just go, fuck.
Yeah, well it sucked, because I already snapped a bolt, and that's why we've went out and got a torque wrench.
To torque them to spec.
Yeah, well, you know what? As we're growing, and we're getting older, more mature, we're starting to do things a little bit slower.
You're fucking boring.
No, but we are.
Slower.
Yeah,
Don't
because
call
we're
me
doing
slow
it
in the
right.
head.
You're born slow, Blake.
Nah, I was born fast. I'm fast as fuck.
Your toaster might be fast, but that's about it. Your brain is dumbed down.
No.
It is.
At least I can't undo a bloody bolt.
It's not a bolt.
What is it?
It's a bolt you don't want to break.
I think you're a master at it now.
Yeah, I think I got my head wrapped around it. Anyone need the brakes done? Let me know. No, actually no.
Fucked up and just ripped me off.
Look at that. Got it. Beautiful. Good work, Blake.
Oh.
We'll put that guy down there. Now we can remove the hard line from the soft line and it's off. That's pretty cool.
You gonna drink this one?
So, no, the actual, the reason I'm doing this is because these lines are good. They're in every car that comes out from a factory. I don't think many cars will come out with braided lines unless it's like the sport version. Maybe the STI does?
No,
Like
I don't think so.
It doesn't even.
Do you know why people go from rubber to braided?
I know some facts.
What?
Bulging in the line.
Correct.
That's one thing, especially when it gets hot. So obviously your brake gets hot, your caliper gets hot, your rotor, everything is hot. Therefore, the fluid is hot. So the rubber is only going to last for so long, and as well, it can expand.
Yeah, it does. So yeah,
it can bulge.
Yep.
You could even have like a
Burst.
mini burst or like explosion. This is just a slight upgrade.
Oh, it's a huge upgrade, bro.
Yeah, you reckon? I thought it was just a slight one. Let's hope we don't stuff it up.
So when you get dead brakes, like I did on track day, that was because my lines were bulging.
Yeah, you
and
reckon?
It needed more fluid to get through. Yeah.
More fluid, or
yeah.
just let more cool down time? But you did give it a fair bit of cool down.
Oh,
but it takes a while to cool down. Alright, new HEL Braided Line. Hey bro. Guess what?
What?
What's my name?
Your name.
Oh, that's funny.
So Pat, how much did this mod cost you?
This mod I got from an auto store. I'm not going to say which one because there's varies, and we're not sponsors by it. The only people we're sponsored probably by the most is Bunnings, but we're not really sponsored. We just spend a lot of money there. But cost me all up $160, including the brake fluid, and a good afternoon.
Yeah, decent.
Actually, you can probably put it up to about 180. No, well,
Yeah.
depends. If you put a torque wrench that we bought,
tools.
there's $100. Then you got the flare spanner. There's like another $30, something like that.
Just under 30.
And then obviously I'm going to replace the banjo bolt that I snapped because I was being a hack. And just went, yeah, you know what? Let's just give it more and more and more. And I really wasn't that type, but
Too many ooga
we found out. Was it 14 to 23
Yeah,
foot-pound?
14 foot-pound minimum, 24 maximum.
Yeah.
For these ones anyway, well these bolts anyway.
If anyone's lost their 12-year-old male, his name's Blake. He's laying next to the golden toaster. Turn it down, boy! Try and explain my mods. See what I gotta deal with? No wonder why we never get things done at Project Driveways. Because he's always dancing and doing stupid shit. Alright, so I got both crush washers, same as the front. You guys should know how it goes. Got the mount in there, and this little rubber sleeve is just going to chill in the middle of that. Now, up here, I've just hand tightened the hard line to the braided line. This retaining clip is too small to actually retain. So, I'm going to bend this and make a bit more of a U or a bend, either way you want to call it. And then that will actually, it'll stay in there. I did it to the other side, so that's pretty good. And then we can tighten this one here, and then down here is going to go to 19 foot-pound with the new torque wrench. Isn't that right, Blake?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, see? Yeah, exactly. F yeah. It's meant to be PG, mate. PG with MA cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tight.
Yeah.
Alright, so the clip's bent a little bit more, and it fits in there, but it needs a little bit more, so we'll bend it some more. Bend it some more. So hopefully that will now be tight. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice and tight. Make sure one of the flat sides of the hex is actually pushed up against this little divot or bend, because it's actually flat on the other side, so that will stop that moving. But you can hold this side with 17mm flare, this side with a 10mm flare, tighten those ones up. This one's a 12, this one is a 14 now, I believe. And yeah, make sure you torque it up. I'm slowly understanding why things
I'm talking as much as possible.
I'm slowly learning why things are actually torqued.
So
I know what I know.
Understand each other. That's
No.
why people talk.
No, it's communication between.
You want a thong?
Ah! Help!
You know what you're doing yet?
No.
Yep. Yeah. It's back a lot easier than front.
Definitely. But you gotta take your time with the front, because if you mess that up,
You need plastic surgery.
you're gonna come into a corner way too hot, and you're gonna not even know that you don't have brakes.
And then you're gonna
Even worse if it's only worn out on one side and the whole car just pulls to one side. Like, either way, you're dead.
Do you know in Fast and Furious where the red car hits at the very, I think it's 1 or 2, where the red car goes into the big billboard? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Is that what happened to him?
Yeah.
I thought his floor pan fell out. Oh, and you know what? Do not attempt this without this tool. You need this tool.
Yeah?
Yeah, you actually do.
Now you can thank me 3 videos. Is it 3 videos before? Or 4?
About 4 videos, yeah. Because if we tried it with opening the spanner on there, and it was just slipping. Done.
Look how much better it looks. It just looks better.
Yeah.
Don't you wish you could drive
Okay.
without wheels so you could just see them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like having good parts that people can't see.
Stealthy.
Nah, the toaster is stealthy. It's just simple fact that that's always going to be more stealthy than this.
You reckon?
Well, unless this thing had no body kit and it was stock and I had okay wheels on, like probably even the wheels I'm running now, then you might be able to get away with it. Because there are like a couple Turbo 86s that are stock,
Stealth.
but they're like more into the mod side of performance, where I'm like, I'm in the middle, which makes it hard. I'm like, I like looks, I like doing little things and making it my own, but then as well, like I'm slowly more and more liking performance mods, but they are more expensive.
Yeah.
But you do learn more about the car. My question is to you, Blake, would you prefer working in your car or driving your car?
Question is to me, do I enjoy working on it or driving it? Can I pick half?
No, because that's the answer clearly, because you're always looking to better the car or make it your own or do your own little thing to it, but then at the same time you enjoy driving it, but then once you're driving you think of something else, right, that's what I'm going to do next, that's what needs to be done, like
That's correct.
regardless whether it's like I'm going to change my wheels because like you pulled up at a service station, you look at your car and you're like, nah, I need different wheels now. And then what do you do next week? You go buy new wheels and you put them on.
Fuck him, I do it.
It's so hard. Like I still can't work it out. Like even when I was working on my motorbike, I'm like, I love working on it, but then at the same time,
I love driving.
I love riding it. But difference between my dirt bike, I couldn't just ride my dirt bike whenever I felt like I had to. I had more time working on it than more time riding it, because just where I live is. What was that?
An EL and an R33 Dragon.
Who was with it?
EL. By like not even a bonnet.
Yeah.
But I'm standing over
Headlight.
here. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe like 2 headlights.
Freaking Matt, stop racing. That's a tricky question, bro.
I don't know. Save that for next time. I'll
Yeah.
think about it.
Hey, we're all. Oh no, we're gonna talk it. We're gonna talk it.
Hopefully this is it. There it is. Did you hear it? Did you hear that?
Yeah, you want to hear a replay?
Yeah. That's the click.
That's the sound of not breaking a nut or a
That's the
bolt.
finish
That's very
line.
good. Money well spent. You know why? Because that saved my ass. Good $100. Invest in good tools and the right tool. I'm not always the right tool for every job. What's it smell like?
Ooh, that smells like painkiller. Because of this.
There's something in there though, bro.
Painkiller.
No. I saw a
On
little.
the very bottom, yeah, I've seen that.
Oh,
haven't I?
that's alright.
I have no idea.
So I'm set up down here. He's gonna top the reservoir up. I've got my clear hose.
You got a filter in here anyway.
Yeah, that's good. I got my clear hose on the nipple for the caliper, and then we can see all the air bubbles come through. Once we get a solid stream, we know that this caliper is all A-OK. We can move on to the next side, do that, and move forwards with this process that has taken a while. Should I just try and suck it out?
No, there's some in there, but we're going to have to keep on checking it because it's going to go down like no tomorrow because there's nothing in the lines. So, do you know how to break? Get it out of your mouth!
Yeah, don't put the foot pedal all the way down the ground, boy. So what we're going to do is, we're going to start with it in the closed position. Then Blake's going to get inside Dopey.
Yep.
And he's going to push the brake pedal down 50% of the way. He's not going to go down on the ground. You go down on the ground, the pedal's going to get stuck. So when he's down, so he's just building up pressure now, and then hold it at 50%.
Yep.
And then we're going to crack this, and then we're going to shut it, and then he's going to do it again.
Nothing came out? Just air?
Not yet. We'll have to crack it a fair bit
Yeah,
to
get the air out.
get the air out, to get to
Because
fluid,
you start the car up when...
because we've got no fluid in the calipers, because obviously it's all in the ground. And at the same time, Blake's always going to be checking the reservoir, making sure we're not dropping too low. Alright, hold it at halfway. Alright, see, we've got some fluid coming through. We'll let the air bubbles come. And then we're going to lock it. And then Blake's going to pump it again and hold it. Also, Blake's going to pull the keys out of the ignition because that's bipping doing my nana in. Alright, bang. We lock that, lock that guy up tight. We can't, there's no, it's a dry line there. Dry on both sides. We have a look at the other side. That's all dry because once this side's done, the wheel's going to go on. So it's going to make it a lot harder for us to see if there's any leaks or anything. So that's why we're gonna bleed the other side, then we're gonna come back here, and then that whole line's gonna be full of fluid. So if there are any leaks, hopefully it will come out there. But obviously, my Blake's. No, that's Blake. That's my brake. Hopefully, there's no leaks. They're all done, except the brakes are a little bit spongy, so we're gonna have to re-bleed them again. As you can see, the light is going down pretty quick, and Blake didn't even get me a drink. Lesh, where's my you got me one?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a 4-pack.
cheers. Didn't even notice. When before?
Yeah, when I went and got food.
You're a lifesaver. I need one. Yeah, so we're gonna bleed them again. We'll go around, which takes a fair bit of time, and then hopefully they should be how they should be, which are nice stiff brakes. I don't know what they're looking at over there. Awkward kids, but all round good mod so far. And we'll come back to you guys when it's daylight. It is currently daylight behind me. My brakes went well. I went out for a very long drive today, actually. Brakes didn't fail once. I still have to replace that one banjo bolt. But other than that, good mod, good price. I'm happy with it. No complaints, no leaks. So yeah, I'm happy with it. And it should serve a purpose because I was on the brakes a lot today for today's drive and didn't have one problem. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, subscribe. You guys know the guy by now. Is there anything else Blake wants to add while he picks his nose?
Cover your cars because it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain sideways.
Yeah, it actually is. It's getting very cloudy. But why are they doing this when it's a week later?
Go back in time.
Go back in time and cover your car. Still bye.